The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew on News Radio WGNS. With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look.
And good morning. It's Thursday, and it is the first day of August. That's right, August 1st, 2024. This is episode 1461. And the first half day of schools is August 7th, and that's just 6 days away. I'm even getting butterflies about it.
Really?
Because my schedule's getting hectic now. I need you to take them to, can you take them to there? Can you take them here? Can you take, because they're in school. They're back in school.
That's all going to change here in a few months.
Really?
Yeah, you'll have a granddaughter that can drive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if Mama lets her drive. I don't know how much driving she's going to do, but I think she'll be able to drive to school.
Well, I thought the same thing, when Dalton was first starting to drive and Bobby was at the middle school. I was like, drop her off, let her walk, whatever. I don't know about that. And then all of a sudden, that was the only option, and it was, okay, be careful.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I mean...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've already not seen, they redid the house, and Allie Grace has she has the biggest TV in her room. So instead of coming down to see Papa and watching his TV, she stays up in her room now. So already changes going on.
Bobby reminded me the other day about how when she first started driving to school, that I made her go the back way.
Well, that was smart. What's she complaining about?
Instead of going on to Thompson Lane and getting in all that traffic, I told her to go down Alford or Allen, whichever the
Cherry
first
Lane.
one ain't. Well,
go to Alford, yeah.
And hit Sulphur Springs, go to that traffic light at that intersection, and then go to school the back way.
Yeah.
And she said, I had to do that for a long time. But I thought less traffic, less chances of... fender bender.
Well, and Eagleville, is pretty straight shot. It's not, should be okay. But, they're going to have a wreck. I mean, eventually. Everybody's had I would like to know if there's anybody in America that's never had a wreck. I mean, never, ever in their whole life.
Yeah, I bet there.
Have you had a wreck?
I have.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not saying it could be not your fault.
Right.
But you've been in one.
Yeah.
So I've been in one. I've been in two. I've had two.
I crashed through a fence. I was alone, but I crashed through a fence on an icy road.
Icy road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there was one when I was in college where, how if you're going down, what's the road where you turn left off of Memorial by the U-Haul?
Clark,
that's it. So I was going down Clark, and you know how it turns and there are two traffic lights back to back? Well, one of them was green but turned yellow, so I knew the second one would be red by the time I got to it. Well, the person behind me kept going and hit me in the rear end, pushed me into the intersection, then I got T-boned.
Ooh, that was a little scary.
It was. Everybody walked away.
Did your car spin? And
it did get... When I got hit from behind, it pushed me into the intersection. Then I got hit by one of the cars turning left.
Oh,
off
wow.
of
That was major. That probably knocked traffic. I mean, it probably.
Yeah, for a little bit.
You're standing out there. Don't you feel bad when that happens?
Yeah.
You're standing out there and everybody's driving by going, you can't drive,
Well, I got hit from two directions, but.
I got hit. Funny you should say that. I got hit on, it's Northfield Boulevard that goes into Rutherford.
Yeah.
And right as you past the intersection, as you go by McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go on down, and then there's
before you get to Bel Air.
One guy came across and tried to go through 4 lanes.
Oh.
And he did it at the last second, and he stopped. And I went, this is probably the worst feeling.
I have nowhere to go.
I have nowhere to go because there was cars on my left. I said the only thing to do is hit him.
Yeah.
And
did he pull out of Old Las Casas Pike?
No, it was earlier than that. It was like on Leaf
or
somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's what a helpless feeling. So you try to slow down enough, but you can't. There was a car behind me too, and I slowly ran into him. I tried to brace for impact.
But he was blocking the whole roadway.
Blocking the whole roadway, yeah. So it turned out it was his fault. So anyway, State Farm took care of me, though.
Those are always scary things when you get that phone call. Hey, Dad.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the worst. We've got a great show. 6:17's coming up, and so is the weather.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A heat advisory continues. Sunny and hot for today. Highs top out near 99 degrees, with heat index values approaching 110. Winds west-southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows drop to 77. Winds south-southwest around 5 miles per hour. And then a chance for showers and storms developing on Friday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now, it's 77.
Stickers, labels. We do a lot of direct mail, booklets, manuals, programs. My name is Jeff Carlton. I handle sales and marketing for Franklin's Printworks here at Murfreesboro. We are at 2227 South Park Drive. Franklin's Printworks has been in Murfreesboro for over 25 years. We are a full-service commercial printer. We offer everything from business cards to brochures, booklets to banners, everything in between. Our website is franklinsprinting.org.
Shopping for your DIY projects, odds are at the Habitat Restore.
We got it.
If you have a painting project going on, we have plenty of paint supplies. Come see us here at the Habitat Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need batteries, come to the Restore.
We got it at the Habitat Restore.
850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today at the Habitat Restore, but it may be gone tomorrow.
We got it, yeah.
Murfreesboro Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
People that come in to pre-plan their funerals and put it down in writing makes it a whole lot easier on the children at the time of their death. This is what Mama wanted. This is what we're going to do.
Visit murfreesborofuneralhome.com.
Make one of our Rutherford County locations your pre- or post-voting spot. Stop by Toots and make sure you get out and vote.
Toots.
This is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, reminding you to get out and vote and stop by one of our locations for a $6.99 lunch special afterwards.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants. It's an election year, so it's very important that you get out and vote. Right, Jack?
Yep. It's real important that everyone gets out and vote this year.
Good food and fun.
At Heritage South Community Credit Union, we help when others won't. It's what our members tell us we do every day. The older model car you need to get to work? Yeah, we've helped with that. When you have a financial emergency and don't know where to turn, we've helped with that. Repairing your credit? Yes, we've helped with that. How about a second chance at a checking account? We've even helped with that. Experience the Heritage South difference. Learn more at heritagesouth.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
LaGreens Masonry is a local family business. They build quality brick mailboxes. LaGreens Masonry has over 19 years experience, and they're A+ rated by the BBB. Check their website, lagreensmasonry.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics, the U.S. men's basketball team improved to 2-0 with a 103-86 win over South Sudan. 6 different players scored in double digits for the U.S., led by Bam Adebayo, who came off the bench to score 18 points. U.S. women's soccer team now 3-0 in Paris after a 2-1 win over Australia. And U.S. swimmer Katie Ledecky won her 8th career Olympic gold medal, 12th medal overall, by taking the 1,500-meter freestyle. In baseball games of note, the Yankees wrap up a sweep of the NL East, leading Phillies with a 6-5 win. New York's won 5 in a row, but they're still a half game behind Baltimore for first in the AL East because the Orioles knocked off the Blue Jays 10-4. Astros edge the Pirates 5-4. Mariners fall to the Red Sox 3-2 in 10 innings, so Houston moves back into a tie with Seattle for the top spot in the AL West. Braves knock off the NL Central leading Brewers 6-2. Padres beat the NL West leading Dodgers 8-1. In a battle of wildcard teams, the Twins beat the Mets 8-3.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
You're listening to the Wake Up Crew on this Thursday morning. We're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, who offers energy-saving tips during the hot summer months. Scheduled heat-related chores like cooking, cleaning, and laundry to early morning or evening hours. Always do that. Don't do it in the middle of the day.
Oh, no.
For more tips, go to mte.com/myenergyplan. What was it, Monday? it wasn't the hottest day of the week. You know, we've had a hot week.
Oh, gosh,
it's been terrible. But to me, Monday was the worst because it was like 86 degrees.
It was
but
muggy,
the
though.
humidity was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know,
It was close to 100. I mean, it felt like
Have
it was
you
close
ever
to 100.
known us to have this much rain in July? Usually that's a dry, barren month.
It
It's
usually
a good thing
is.
that we have.
Yeah.
Good thing that we have.
It's because of the ridging. The jet stream is kind of, that's why it's so hot out in the west. But then the jet stream kind of takes a dip, and then we're getting all these storms out of the northeast.
Didn't one of the storms come from the east south? It was like it came from Knoxville area. I mean, it came
kind of back.
Yeah, what's that called? Is that ridging?
Well, that's kind of the.
You don't ever see that. You don't see that much, right?
Usually, it's the backside of a low when it's kind of backing from the backside, and the lows push through.
Oh, so this is an aftermath. That was that was an aftermath.
Kind of a glancing blow.
Join us more for more weather tips.
We've been in the northeast flow of late. That's why stuff has been coming down through Kentucky and Bowling Green, kind of riding down 24.
So why is it so hot?
Well,
it's July.
Right. It's hot. But the storms are kind of riding the jet stream. So they form and then just keep going. They don't form here.
Is that why we've had so much rain?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I mean, it hadn't been like terrible, but
it'll change and it'll be hot, but just pop up stuff.
It'll be hot?
Well, hotter or hottest.
I don't know. I don't know if you can beat 99. I mean, that's pretty hot. All right, our song of the day today for Thursday. This is the number 2 song of 1963.
Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore.
A lot of people don't realize that that's the number 2 song.
I know. And who sings it?
1963. Skeeter Davis.
Wasn't she in the Grand Ole Opry?
Yes, she was. And it was a crossover hit. And she also married Ralph Emery, and they were together for a few years. They divorced, but Skeeter Davis.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Song of the day. I can't wait till tomorrow. I think you're going to know this one. That's going to be good. Our good neighbor of the day is Dwayne. No, not Dwayne. Dawn. I had the W's mixed up. Dawn Davis is for always making time for her friends and family. Dawn's going to receive flowers from Ryan's Flower Coffee and Gifts and News Radio WGNS.
If you'd like to send us a good neighbor, text neighbor to our phone number, same number, 615-893-1450 for birthdays and anniversaries today. 40 is the only number whose letters are in alphabetical order.
Oh, cool. 624.
The residents at Stones River Manor love the activities and the environment.
They have everything. They have exercise class. The activity center has the Bible study that I like very much. Everyone is so friendly. They really want to make you happy here.
Stones River Manor, serving the community since 1977.
And you have the little thing around your neck that you can press a button if you need help right away. I feel very safe here.
Stones River Manor in Murfreesboro, near the intersection of Haynes Drive and Memorial Boulevard.
By growing up in the restaurant business and being always around it, it was just something that was just second nature to me. I didn't realize the amount of work that was involved in it. I didn't understand and appreciate all that my parents sacrificed in order to provide for us. And now I'm very thankful and I'm very appreciative of the foundation that they laid for me so we could teach others to create what they have done to make it more of a legacy than just a passing of the torch.
This is Peter Demas inviting you to enjoy a meal with our family at Demas's Restaurant.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. A drug trafficker from Texas was sentenced to more than 5 years in federal prison for an operation that included both Murray and Lewis counties. Julio Esparza was charged with conspiracy to distribute and possess cocaine, crack cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana. He pled guilty in 2022. In addition to his sentence, 5 years of supervised release will follow, along with a more than $1 million money judgment. The Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department's Swiftwater Rescue Team rescued a woman on Wednesday after her kayak overturned in the Stones River. The woman was kayaking down the Stones River near Cason Lane trailhead when the fast-moving water overturned her kayak. She managed to grab onto a nearby tree while holding her kayak in the other hand. She was not wearing a safety vest and was uninjured when authorities found her. She was rescued about 3:30 after being stranded for more than an hour. A Rutherford County teen is facing felony charges. Police say he attempted to pass $500 of fake bills at a Dollar General in Walter Hill Tuesday. Deputies were able to apprehend the teen after he ran from them. He was found in possession of fake $20 bills. The teen was chased until deputies lost sight of him in a wood line. Additional units responded to help in the search. After a citizen pointed out the teen, deputies were able to capture him and take him into custody. He's charged with felony possession of counterfeit money and criminal simulation, among other charges. And if you live in Tennessee, you've likely experienced recent sticker shock from your car insurance. Experts say driving behavior, inflation, and car damage due to severe weather are the major reasons why. More news online at WGNSradio.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's 6:27, and we want to remind you we have Good Neighbor events coming up. Another check of the forecast, and we'll be looking at traffic. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for the hit. I think I need to do a pre-warning. Okay, now you're going to sound like the back end of your car is being hit, but it's just a sound effect.
Well, it could come at any time, you know. You just never know.
Yeah, we were talking about all the wrecks you had.
I should have played that when we were talking about that.
Yeah, no, you played.
No, I've played it three times. Yeah.
So far, movies. You've seen Twisters.
I did.
Okay, you went over the Monday or Tuesday or something.
Well, it was last weekend, but I was saving it until what we're watching tomorrow.
Oh.
But that's why I haven't mentioned it, but I did go.
Well, have you seen Deadpool?
I have not.
Dalton did.
Dalton has and Bobby has. Bobby wanted to go, and they were going to go see Twisters, and at the last minute, because of the timing when they got there, they decided to see Deadpool versus and Wolverine first.
Oh.
So
well,
everybody's like Deadpool.
First weekend with Deadpool has made already $200 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Twister has made $200 million domestically, but that's like for a 4-week. This was like opening day was Deadpool. So they're a little worried. Deadpool, Twister cost $200 million to make.
Okay.
So in order for them to be successful,
they got to rake in more money.
$400 million.
Yeah.
Well, they're at $220 million right now. But what they're worried about is overseas, internationally, they won't be able to make any money because it's about Twisters in, Oklahoma or Nebraska or whatever.
Right.
And they're afraid they're not going to make that up. So Glenn Powell, the star of that show, it may not be what they thought it was going to be. Who knows? Still have a few more weeks.
Yeah. Movies are coming out slower, but that was the first time in a long time that we've seen two really big, hyped-up movies come out at the same time.
And I know Glenn Powell's kind of a pretty decent little star now, but is he really? I mean, what if they had Jake Gyllenhaal in that? Somebody that's a little more familiar name.
So the girl who, Daisy Edgar Jones, I think is her name, she was in that where the Crawdads Sing.
Yeah.
That was a big hit a few years ago. She was the star in that. She's the girl in this. I was disappointed Helen Hunt was not part of it. I really thought she was going to be.
they said that she was going to be in it, but no.
She's not.
Okay. That hurt too.
The one of the actors from, I guess it was ER, she plays the mom in that. I can't remember her name. But she had kind of brunette. She had brown or black looking hair in this movie, but she was I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about.
We do this every day?
Yes, we do.
And I usually don't have to key you.
Right. So you don't want to do that today?
So can you not hit the button?
It's time for Today in History.
When you turn to Turner Securities, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
Your Good Neighbor station, WGNS.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
I'm Brian Barrett.
Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm John Dinkins.
I have a dream.
This is Dalton Merritt.
Tear down this wall.
In 1907, the Bank of Italy, later Bank of America, opens its first branch in San Francisco. And 1927, the Carter family make their first recording with producer Ralph Peer in Bristol, Tennessee in 1927. In 1941, the first Jeep is produced. 1960, Aretha Franklin's first recording session for Columbia Records in New York City.
Change, change, change. Change, change, change. Change, change, change. Change, change, change. Change, change, change.
In 1964, the Beatles single A Hard Day's Night goes number one and stays there for 2 weeks.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright.
In 1972, the first article exposing Watergate scandal by Bernstein and Woodward in the Washington Post. Wonder if this scandal had happened now.
Oh, Lordy.
It'd be different, a whole different way of showing that, I guess. 1981, Endless Love, single released by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
And I want to share all my love.
That was the Billboard Song of the Year in 1981 and the Billboard Greatest Song Duet of All Time. Is that amazing?
That is crazy.
Lionel and Diana Ross.
What a great team up there.
Hey, we got Brandon Brooks standing by. He's going to have Rewind for us. What else we got? Oh, the dad joke of the day. I don't even want to go there today.
It's coming up.
I got with some extra stuff. I've got a feeling. So.
Oh, do you?
Stand by, everybody. It's going to make you sick. All right. It's 6:33. You're listening to the Wake Up Crew.
This is CBS Rewind. August 1st, 1954.
New York State sentence for a peeping Tom is 6 months in the workhouse.
The release of the Alfred Hitchcock movie, Rear Window, in 1971. The concerts for Bangladesh at Madison Square Garden in New York. The concerts and album raised nearly $11 million. This date in 1973.
Where were you in 62?
The release of
American Graffiti.
And in 1981, MTV makes its debut. The first video played by the Buggles. I'm Brandon Brooks, and that's Rewind.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Come join our growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A heat advisory continues. Sunny and hot for today. Highs top out near 99 degrees with heat index values approaching 110. Winds west southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows drop to 77. Winds south-southwest around 5 miles per hour. And then a chance for showers and storms developing on Friday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 77.
Good morning. It's cranking up pretty good now on 24 coming up through Antioch in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. It's looking better now on 24 westbound at Joby Jackson from that overnight road work. It's increasing with that volume leaving Wilson County, especially coming through the Mount Juliet area on I-40 going westbound all the way into Hermitage. Hey, whether you need a new roof repair, or a roof inspection, Independent Roofing Specialists, these guys have got you covered, literally. Check out their website, irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
I've got pests.
It's time to mount a counterattack on mosquitoes and reclaim your yard. AmeriCare Pest Control can help you enjoy your yard again and protect your family from mosquitoes that can carry West Nile and encephalitis. Call 893-7111 to learn more about their mosquito control services.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Licensed, insured, and bonded for your protection.
Call the best of the best to get rid of your pest.
893-7111.
Let's check those WGNS Good Neighbor events. Well, the Rutherford County Beekeepers Association meet at 7 o'clock on the first Monday night of each month. That's Monday, August 5th, 7 o'clock in the evening at the Lane Agri Park. People have asked, how long will the Borough Beach be open? It's open through Labor Day at Sportscom. There's a farmer's market every Tuesday and Friday morning from 7 until noon over at the Lane Agri Park, 315 John R. Rice Boulevard. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's another farmer's market on the Murfreesboro Square every Saturday morning from 8 until noon. That's a service of the Main Street Murfreesboro program. Listeners in Smyrna have a farmer's market at the same time on Saturday mornings, 8 until noon, at the train depot. Oh, the Rutherford County Library System is offering free computer classes. That's Monday afternoon at 3:30 and Tuesdays at 2:30. And they're at the Technology Engagement Center at 306 Minerva Drive. And those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
If someone asked, what's your more? Would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
Here's Dr. Craig McCabe at McCabe Vision Center.
We have a full line of laser procedures.
Dr. Craig McCabe.
As well, we offer the Doctor brand of skin peels, as well as a full line of cosmetic pharmaceuticals. Make yourself look 10 years younger. Call McCabe Vision Center.
On Heritage Park Drive, behind SunTrust Bank.
This is Stan Vaught. I'm a lot like you, a husband, father, farmer, auctioneer, and community supporter. I'm now a candidate for school board. In the last cases, Walter Hill, Milton, Leanna, Oakland, and Siegel communities. I believe in community schools, vocational education, and getting education back to the basics. I'd appreciate your support for school board.
Please vote for Stan Vaught on Election Day, August 1st. Paid for by Stan Vaught for School Board, Stan Vaught Treasurer.
It's summertime and it's time to do more outdoors. But do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men and it happens naturally. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. I literally walk in, they check the level, and then I find out where I stand today. Right now at Low T Center, they are offering a free initial test. If you're over 30, schedule that visit at lowtcenter.com today.
Offer till July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's time for the dad joke of the day. Oh, nice guy.
It's 21 minutes before 7 o'clock, and I'm going to go right to the dad joke because I saw a note on his desk, and I got a text message.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, what was the text message?
Voicemail.
Oh, voicemail. What was
from
that?
your buddy Alan Swader.
Well, he's your pal too.
Oh, I thought he was my best pal, but obviously, you and him have a bond. But I think he told me that he listened to it in the second hour.
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's better in the 6 o'clock hour, Alan. So get up. Get out of bed and listen to it. It comes on at 6:41. That's not that much earlier, is it?
I mean, if you're retired, would you do it?
I'm doing it.
Well, you have to be here, kind of, sort of. Well, I guess you don't.
Well,
but
I mean, if he's up at 7:30, what time do you do it the second time?
7:42.
Yeah, 7:42. I mean, get up at 6:42, and you can hear it in its originality. But what do you have to say? Never mind. You better do the joke.
You know, what happens when you have a bladder infection?
I don't well,
you're in trouble.
That goofy little smile.
I know you don't like it, but that's okay.
No, I'm going to give it a 4.
CBS News Brief. Former President Donald Trump shocked black journalists during an interview in Chicago when he questioned Vice President Harris' ethnicity.
I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black.
Harris' father's from Jamaica, her mother born in India.
The American people deserve better. The American people deserve a leader who tells the truth.
The president of the Uniformed Firefighters Association, Andrew Ansborough, is reacting to a plea deal that spares the life of the alleged mastermind of the 9/11 attacks.
They're allowing these three terrorists and mass murderers to continue to live while, on average, 3 New York City firefighters are dying every month.
In Tehran, the Ayatollah Khamenei praying over the body of a top Hamas leader after vowing revenge on Israel for a deadly airstrike that killed Ismail Haniyeh this week. Israel has not taken responsibility. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. A major announcement was made by Rutherford County Mayor Joe Carr Wednesday on WGNS. He said planning is in progress to move all offices from the Goldsteins building on the south side of the square and convert that area into additional museum space. The displays in the historic courthouse helps draw people to the square, and this, he says, should attract even more.
The ultimate goal is to take the Goldstein building, which currently has our elections office, planning and engineering, and the codes department. We want to move those to another location and then turn the Goldstein building into that museum, culture, and history place for people. Then it gives us a much more expanded area. And I think it adds to what we're trying to do with the square. And so I'm excited about making sure that we tell our history by preserving those artifacts.
Carr noted that the new branches could be in the Blackman community, the South Church area, that's beyond I-24, as well as the Siegel School area. The town of Smyrna is conducting a special census, suspecting their numbers are much higher than the federal count conducted in 2020. WGNS correspondent Brian Barrett has more.
Since the state of Tennessee provides revenue to municipalities based on their population, the town is paying to conduct a special census in hopes of getting more state dollars. All that's asked on the census is first and last name of everyone residing in the household, and that information is confidential by federal law, is not permitted to be given to courts of law, credit companies, solicitors, police, immigration, or the Internal Revenue Service. Smyrna residents can complete the online form on the town's website or mail back the postage-paid mailer when you receive it.
Correspondent Brian Barrett. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. MTE has a solar expert and energy services supervisor to help its members understand if solar is right for them and help members avoid possible scams from outside parties. Learn more at mte.com/prosolar.
Franklin's Printworks has been in Murfreesboro for over 25 years. We are a full-service commercial printer, everything from business cards, brochures, booklets to banners. My name is Jeff Carlton. I handle sales and marketing for Franklin's Printworks. We hear a lot people who have been working with printers on the internet, had issues, and they know that if we're working with someone local, that A, they know where to find us, and B, they know that we'll take care of it because we have to take care of our neighbors. Our website is franklinsprinting.org.
In retirement, it's all about income. Your money, making money, and you're not spending down your principal. That's the way we do it at Retirement Income Solutions. So if you're spending down your principal or your money's not making money, keeping you ahead of inflation, check us out today at risolutions.net. risolutions.net. And make sure to join us Saturdays at noon and Sunday afternoons at 1 for Retirement Income Solutions Radio with Nathan Cox and Lindsay Cotter.
WGNS. Our family at Demas's Restaurant are proud to support local emergency responders who put their lives on the line for our community each and every day. This is Peter Demas, and here is this week's Demas's Emergency Responder of the Week.
A group of firefighters nominated Jamie Lehue as the Demas Emergency Responder. Jamie is the Assistant Chief for the Medical Division of the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department. His staff said that they're fortunate to have someone who really cares about their well-being and goes out of his way to keep them safe. He leads by inspiration. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue's Assistant Chief for the Medical Division, Jamie Lehue, is our Demas Emergency Responder.
When you see a firefighter, police officer, paramedic, or telecommunicator going the extra mile, let WGNS know, and we at Demas's Restaurant will salute them as the Emergency Responder of the Week.
The Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street.
in downtown Murfreesboro.
We are very blessed to have volunteers, to have friends that are decorators that come in and merchandise our store and do our window displays that help with linens, that help with jewelry, that help just make the store look really nice.
Proceeds from sales benefit Greenhouse Ministries, a faith-based nonprofit serving the underserved here in Murfreesboro. The Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street, across from the tall NHC building.
Man on the Street Newsmakers, brought to you by Old National Bank in Murfreesboro.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. The friends you've made while banking right here over the years are still here, and so are those delicious, warm, homemade cookies. Everything you enjoyed about Capstar is still at Old National Bank.
In Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Come on over and enjoy warm cookies with friends while doing your banking at Old National Bank.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Information you need.
We don't have enough emergency shelter space, but the real issue is affordable housing.
That's Amber Hampton.
We have folks that come through the shelter, they get a check every single month, and they just can't find housing. The list is just insanely long. We live in a college town, so college kids are going to scoop up the cheaper housing faster. There's a lot of folks that if we could find them available places to rent for like $400 or $500 a month, we could put them in housing today, but it just doesn't exist right now.
Murfreesboro Rescue's Ed Grimes says people need to work together.
Today, there is a collaborative effort trying to bring organizations together so that we don't duplicate services. Right now, it's still an underserved population because we don't have that bed space that we need. The services that are being provided today are definitely services that are needed.
Hampton concluded.
We've got the pieces of the puzzle that we need. We just don't have enough. So, there's not enough outreach happening. There's not enough shelter happening. But we have the pieces. There's just not enough of it happening to where it's hitting what we need. We all work really well together, and we've got the pieces of the puzzle that we need. We just don't have enough.
And that's information you need from WGNS, focusing on our local homeless problems.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's 6:48 here on the Wake Up Crew, and you kind of got me all flustered when you said you were saving Twister and, for what are we watching?
Well, that's okay. We can do it today.
No.
I did mention earlier, I said the actress who plays the mom, and that's Maura Tierney. Yeah. And she was in ER back in the day. She's been around TV and movies for a long time. So, but she was good in it. She also played in that American Rust that I watched. That had.
Well, now you're doing. What are we watching? Stop it!
Well,
Stop it now. They're gonna have a Partridge Family movie out.
Oh yeah, is she in it?
No, but they've got. I was just looking across. It's called. What do you call it when you do the internet? You skim the internet, I guess.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm going to talk about on what are we watching tomorrow? The Bob Dylan movie. I haven't watched it yet. It's going to be called "What Are You Thinking About Watching?" But it's coming out in theaters.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And guess who's going to play him?
Who?
Just guess. Rising star.
Ryan Gosling.
Timothy
Chalamet. Chalamet.
Yeah. He's in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably would have played Elvis if he'd wanted to. I don't know, but there's also a show on Hallmark that I'm not going to talk about, but it's called Junebug, starring Autumn Reeser. Catch that when it comes out. Okay.
Who's the guy that's the new Superman? David
Cornsweet.
Yeah. He was in
he played
Twisters.
a bad guy, didn't he?
Kind of, antagonist kind of character.
Yeah.
Well,
how did he know he was going to be Superman?
Well, I guess that's true.
Maybe he already knew.
Yeah.
But he'd already committed.
But I thought he did pretty well in that role. Dalton said, "I think that's the guy," and then when he took his sunglasses off, he said, "That's him. That's Superman." So he was pretty excited to see Dalton when we were watching the movie.
Kind of like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's Superman.
But he's
Did
got
it ruin the movie for him? Or
No, he didn't
okay.
say that. I think he's got the look. I think he does have the look after seeing him on TV or on the movie, in the other movie, Twisters. Seems like he has that Superman look. You could do that little curly Q with his hair easily.
That was the problem with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I think he's losing his hair a little bit. I mean, it's receding a little bit, so it couldn't do the curl.
Did Superman lose his hair later on in the comics?
No.
He always had a full head of hair.
Well, yeah, he's invulnerable.
Well, I guess that's true.
You know.
Never got old.
I thought about going into the comic book, but I would not even dare look at a Superman comic. They have changed that character so many times, and all the comic books.
Yeah.
You know, they're graphic novels now, kind of, but back when I was a kid, you know, you had the basic hero, and they fought a villain, and, you know. Spider-Man was the first one that was kind of soap opera, because they talked about his love life on it, you know.
And he's a high school kid and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Superman was Superman. Batman's changed, gone through a lot of changes and that kind of thing. I don't like when they do old Batman and old Superman. I don't care for that.
Yeah. Batman would get old. He's not.
Brandon Roth did, who was in Superman 4. He did play an old Superman.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Okay, enough about that. There's we don't have Dalton here to talk about it and give us the real in-depth story of all those things.
He'll have an opinion.
We got some birthdays this morning, though.
It's birthday time. 'Cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrate. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregate. This is birthday time with your friends.
Are we doing the whole thing?
No, you don't have to.
I do like the ending.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
That really gets you, doesn't it?
I do. It kind of throws it. It's kind of like an introduction kind of thing. William Clark, born in 1770, was an American explorer, soldier, Indian agent, and territorial governor, and led the Lewis and Clark expedition. You know all about that. You're a historian.
He was the Lewis of Lewis and Clark.
Wouldn't he have been the Clark of Lewis and
Just
Clark?
kidding. Yes. That was a
And
joke.
Alan actually listens to your jokes. In 1819, Herman, he's a very smart young man, too, Alan. In 1819, Herman Melville, American author, Moby Dick, Billy Budd, born in New York City, New York. 1942, see, Alan's not here at 6 o'clock, so he doesn't know what I'm saying. Jerry Garcia, American rock and bluegrass guitarist. He was a singer-songwriter of the Grateful Dead. Coolio was born in 1963, Brian. And 1965, Sam Mendes has a birthday, and Jason Momoa played Aquaman.
Yeah.
He's in Games of Thrones. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. But he has a birthday, born in 1979. All right, that's a look at celebrity birthdays. Locally, Linda Vincent, Karen Hartley, Penny Robertson, Benny McConnell, Ross McFadden, Kevin Perry, and Ann Beatty have birthdays today.
Those are the birthdays we have so far. If you want to add to the list, call or text in now. The number 615-893-1450. Slick Pig Barbecue Banana Pudding is on the line here, so get those names in. We'll announce them all after 8. Well, I'm just going to go with one today because it's a biggie. It's Homemade Pie Day.
Ooh, yeah.
Homemade.
Any kind of homemade pie.
Right. Homemade pie.
I love it. 6:55. Let's take another look at the weather.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A heat advisory continues. Sunny and hot for today. Highs top out near 99 degrees, with heat index values approaching 110. Winds west southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight mostly clear. Lows drop to 77. Winds south-southwest around 5 miles per hour. And then a chance for showers and storms developing on Friday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 77.
Hi, this is Ryan with Tire World Laverne, here to serve all your automotive needs in Rutherford County. We welcome all your fleet and commercial accounts, along with all your regular routine maintenance. Tire World, a hometown family business you can trust.
Good morning. It's got a little bit heavier in the last few minutes on 24 westbound at 840. All that traffic building out of Rutherford County headed up into the Antioch area. It's looking good right now. 65 southbound through Millersville. We're expected to get a little bit busier in the next few minutes coming out of Wilson County, especially through Mount Juliet on 40 going westbound, again towards Hermitage. Whether you need a new roof repair, or roof inspection, independent roofing specialists, these guys are absolutely the best to deal with. Check them out at irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Everywhere you go in this area, you see beautiful brick mailboxes from LaGreen's Masonry. Visit their website and see their variety. LaGreensMasonry.com. A family business you can trust. LaGreen's Masonry.
You can get the best haircuts in town from Charlie Pitts.
Best haircut.
The best ever.
Get entertained.
Charlie Pitts.
Have a laugh.
And have some fun. Charlie Pitts.
Foster Brooks one time got stopped at a roadblock. Sir, you're drinking. I'm going to give you a 501. He says, you better give me a 1002 because I got to come back through here in a few minutes.
You can get the best haircuts in town from Charlie Pitts.
Walk away with a smile.
615-895-3997.
Charlie Pitts.
Novatech, Middle Tennessee's local office technology and document solutions expert, reflects the additional managed IT and print services now available to area businesses. Visit Novatech.net. Novatech provides businesses with a predictable experience at a predictable expense. Novatech offers free cost analysis so you may easily choose the exact solutions to meet your needs within your budget. Visit Novatech.net. That's Novatech.net.
Habitat for Humanity's Legacy Point subdivision is making dreams come true.
It just does so much for the community when everyone can participate in home ownership. It builds stronger communities.
And you help build Habitat homes whenever you save at the Habitat Restore.
You know, that's a great investment for them, and it changes their life.
The Habitat Restore is at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's 6:58. That's right. It's 2 minutes till 7 o'clock. News is coming up next. But we've got to tell you that Dawn Davis is today's Good Neighbor of the Day for always making time for her friends and family. And Dawn is going to receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts. They're located at 117 South Academy Street. And, of course, our very own here, WGNS.
So, good neighbors, to get those to us, since we do it every weekday morning, all you have to do is text the word neighbor to our phone number, 615-893-1450, or you can go to our website, throw it in the mail. We just need a name, address, phone number, and a sentence why you want to nominate that person. We'll have them as the good neighbor of the day in the coming weeks. Also, we're taking those birthday and anniversary announcements for another half an hour. In about an hour, we're going to announce the full list and give away that banana pudding from Slick Pig, so call us for those August 1st birthdays. World News next, brought to you by the Low T Center and the law offices of John Day.
At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, call me, John Day.
And stay tuned. The news is coming up next here on WGNS.
Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, flagship station for MTSU Sports. Courthouse clock time, 7 o'clock.
Attack on Vice President's racial identity.
So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
The divisiveness and the disrespect.
9/11 mastermind to avoid death penalty.
KSM gets a plea deal. That doesn't strike me as justice.
Call for calm in the Middle East.
It's urgent that all parties make the right choices in the days ahead.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan. With the CBS World News Roundup, we've heard from Vice President Kamala Harris after former President Trump questioned her racial identity. CBS's Robert Costa has the latest twist on the campaign trail.
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
In a crowd full of black journalists, former President Donald Trump clashed with reporters as he questioned his rival's racial identity.
Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
Vice President Kamala Harris, whose father is Jamaican and mother was Indian, went to the prestigious historically black college Howard University and is a member of the oldest black sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha. She responded last night.
The American people deserve better. The American people deserve a leader who tells the truth, a leader who does not respond with hostility and anger when confronted with the facts.
Earlier in the day, Trump also defended his VP pick, J.D. Vance, who's faced backlash for his comments on people without children. But Trump did say a running mate doesn't matter all that much.
Historically, the choice of a vice president makes no difference. You're voting for the president. You're voting for me. If you like me, I'm going to win.
Reaction is sharp from relatives of some 9/11 victims after word of a plea deal for the mastermind of the attack and two others. Terry Strada, whose husband was killed at the World Trade Center, heads up a families group.
These are jihadists who planned and plotted, murdered Americans on American soil. To me, it's a victory for them. I'm not happy about it at all.
CBS's Charlie D'Agata is at the Pentagon.
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, also known as KSM, and two other defendants have reached a pretrial agreement, as we understand it, that will, according to multiple sources, allow them to escape the death penalty. In exchange, they would plead guilty for their roles in planning and supporting the September 11th attacks, which killed nearly 3,000 people. KSM, U.S.-educated engineers accused of plotting the idea of flying hijacked planes into buildings. They have been in custody, locked up for 21 years, mostly at Guantanamo Bay.
Israel said today it killed the leader of Hamas's armed wing last month in an attack in Gaza. Secretary of State Blinken is calling for restraint after the assassination of Hamas's top political leader in Iran this week. CBS's Deborah Patta.
Mourning the death of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, the funeral procession made its way through the streets of Tehran. Leading the prayers, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who has promised a harsh punishment for the murder of a guest in his country. Israel has not claimed responsibility, but the implications of the strike are potentially explosive, pushing a region already on edge even closer to the prospect of all-out war.
At the Summer Games, the spotlight is on some big names.
Simone Biles is looking to add a second gold medal to her historic run in Paris after the U.S. women won the team competition Tuesday, making Biles the most decorated gymnast in U.S. history with 8 medals. She's the heavy favorite in tonight's all-around competition. American swimming star Katie Ledecky continued her dominance in the 1,500-meter freestyle, winning gold in Paris and setting an Olympic record. Also in the pool, Tori Husk took silver in the 100-meter freestyle. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Paris.
4 minutes after the hour.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Vermont's governor says a new round of storms triggered flooding that wiped out much of the cleanup that was done after the last washout just a few weeks ago. This woman lives in Lyndonville, where flooding has contaminated several wells.
We could hear this water. It was running so loud that you couldn't even hear yourself think. We came out and looked. We were just in shock.
Newly released police audio from Springfield, Illinois, in the case of the fatal shooting of a black woman in her home indicates authorities got a concerned call from her mother hours before the confrontation. CBS's Charlie DeMar.
911 calls and dispatch audio are giving the fullest look yet at what happened to Sonia Massey. Records appear to show she was experiencing a prolonged mental health episode. Her mother, Donna, called for help.
The mental people told me to call 911.
That was at 9:09 a.m., 16 hours before she was shot. Massey herself called 911 just before 1 p.m. and called again early the next morning.
It sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house. I don't know. Could y'all come and see?
Tape also indicates dispatchers had been told Massey's wound was self-inflicted. The latest information from the southern border indicates the number of illegal crossings dropped in July. CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez is in Tucson.
In addition to the executive action, there are other factors at play here, including the Mexican government's actions to stop migrants from reaching the U.S. in the first place, and also the fact that temperatures here in the southern U.S. have been increasing rapidly this summer, making the trek across the border even more dangerous.
A new study from the American Cancer Society finds Gen X and millennials have a higher risk of developing more than a dozen cancers than their parents and older generations did at their age. CBS's Dr. John LaPook.
It's important to know that about 4 in 10 cancer cases and 44% of all cancer deaths in adults 30 and older are linked to risk factors you can change. The leading risk factor by far is cigarette smoking, and others include excess body weight, alcohol consumption, physical inactivity, and diet.
A new CDC report finds more than 1 in 5 Americans say they were forced to postpone or skip medical care for reasons other than cost. Some say they can't find the right doctor or get a timely appointment. Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
I don't like onions. I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels? You can't juggle every food request for a work event, or can you? EasyCater is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
It's summer in Britain, and the crimes are just getting started.
I found another body.
Stream the best of British crime drama only on BritBox. Don't miss new seasons of acclaimed series like Blue Lights, which Time Out calls Belfast's answer to The Wire.
Back up, over!
And The Responder, starring Martin Freeman in his international Emmy award-winning role.
I can feel it. I'm going to crack.
Stream the best of British crime drama on BritBox.
You know, this is why I want to be a detective.
Watch with a...
You're up to date on the latest national and world news from CBS News Radio. Updates at the top of every hour and when it breaks. I'm Steve Kathan. The Wake Up Crew continues now with John, Brian, and Dalton.
Happy you've joined us this morning. 7:09 now. It's the Wake Up Crew from WGNS. I'm Brian Barrett. John Dinkins, Dalton Barrett along with us here as well this morning. Right now, let's get some more information. It's traffic and weather together, brought to you by Toots.
Make one of our Rutherford County locations your pre- or post-voting spot. Stop by Toots and make sure you get out and vote. Toots. This is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, reminding you to get out and vote and stop by one of our locations for a $6.99 lunch special afterwards.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants. It's an election year, so it's very important that you get out and vote. Right, Jack?
Yep. It's real important that everyone gets out and vote this year.
Good food and fun.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A heat advisory continues. Sunny and hot for today. Highs top out near 99 degrees, with heat index values approaching 110. Winds west southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight mostly clear. Lows drop to 77. Winds south southwest around 5 miles per hour. And then a chance for showers and storms developing on Friday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 77.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. Old National Bank in Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning. A few more minutes on that earlier collision at OHB at Pettis Road there in Antioch. It's on the increase quite a bit now, down through Millersville on 65, coming southbound out of Robertson County into Sumner County as it starts to load up again on 24 westbound and through the Antioch area, coming in right now from Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Hey, Nash Painting, a non-franchise painting company, mentioned this ad today. Get a 10% discount at Nash Painting. Call 912-2288. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hi, this is Gator with Tire World Off-Road. We are your local rough country dealer. So when you're ready to add some character to your rig, ask for Gator at Tire World Off-Road on Memorial Boulevard.
This is Sean Brown at Tire World on Broad Street. Online at tireworld.us.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew on News Radio WGNS. With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
Somebody got up on the wrong side of the bread.
Back here for the second hour of the Wake Up Crew, Thursday morning, August the 1st. We're rocking and rolling along here. Episode 1461 of this years-long experiment called the Wake Up Crew. It's Brian and John with you.
Year long.
Years long.
Years
Yeah,
long.
Yeah, many years
Working
long.
on 5.
So, what was it?
No, working
18,
on
19, 19, 20, 2021, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yeah, working on.
This is like coming up on 6.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot. Speaking of a lot, I've got to make the announcement, but it may be good news, it may be bad. But the announcement is school starts next Wednesday, 6 days away, August 7th. Yeah, we'll give you that's for those who are not looking forward to it, and here's the excitement. So, whichever emotion works for you.
I think overall kids are kind of excited to get back.
See their pals.
Yeah, yeah. Get into a routine.
Yeah, start doing homework every day.
Oh, I go into my side of the house, and there's like girls everywhere, you know, and I don't know them. And they'll come in, Mia will bring them in, and get some ice cream out of my fridge, and walk out, and I go, and I'll just say, "Who are you?"
Why are you in my house?
Yeah, they'll introduce them, and then they'll go on their way. So, routine is always important.
Then they go back up to her room where they have the big TV.
Well, that's not Mia. Mia has the.
Oh, Mia.
Mia has just a regular size screen TV.
Yeah.
Allie Grace has the big one, but a lot of them hang up in there. You know, it's a bonus room converted into a bedroom.
That's cool.
My son-in-law built doors. It's pretty cool.
Wow,
pretty cool place.
Let's see. Song of the day. We are looking at the hits of 1963, and this is the second biggest hit of the year, which was a country crossover.
Don't they know it's the end of the world, 'cause you don't love me anymore.
That's Skeeter Davis, The End of the World. That's the second biggest hit of 1963. Tomorrow, it is the biggest song of the year. Today is Throwback Thursday. Who knows what we'll do for that? We'll pick a year and maybe look back at it. Something like that. Got some, well, let's just call it What's Happening. And this is for all of those puppy lovers out there. Gizmo the Chihuahua ran away from his Las Vegas home back in 2015. So the odds weren't good that the family would ever see him again. But Gizmo turned up at an animal hospital.
Oh, wow. He walked to the hospital?
Well.
Oh, somebody found him.
So in 2015, he went missing.
Yeah.
Since the now 11-year-old pup was microchipped, the hospital knew who to call. And now, 9 years later, Gizmo and his original family were reunited.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I know if anything happened to Skeeter, you'd be terribly upset.
And Ladybug.
I don't think the love is quite there like it used to be.
Oh, don't say that. Anyway, there is in Las Vegas, they have a city ordinance that requires microchipping for dogs and cats that just took effect. So that does help reunite families.
Are your dogs microchipped?
So Skeeter is not, because he's not big enough yet.
Right.
But he will be when he has his little boy surgery at 6 months old.
Ooh.
And I think he's going to need it because he is a little scrapper.
Mm.
He and Ladybug really go after each other.
Yeah, I like it when, well, I don't like it, but it's funny when they're on anesthesia and they get home, you know, and they're kind of like, you know, they sleep for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
They're cute when they do that.
Yeah.
Snuggle up. So let's see. What else can I pass along for you? A little more. What's happening? How much would you pay for a good cheeseburger?
A really good one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm paying $9 now, so really good one.
Really good one.
$15.
Okay.
I might.
How about $150? Is that too much?
No, yeah, that's too much.
A bar in New York City now has a cheeseburger called the Royal with Cheese, made with the highest grade Wagyu beef. It's got cheddar cheese and a fancy sauce, all served on a golden platter for $150.
Is the platters what makes it cost so much?
Well, it's got all of those things with it. Does sound like a tasty burger, I guess. You can actually drink it down with a black truffle cherry cola float, which also costs you quite a bit of money.
So it's not just $150, it's whatever's...
If you want a drink to go with it, it's whatever goes with that.
Wow.
And it doesn't say anything about fries. Maybe they're truffle fries or whatever. Loaded fries of some type. I don't know.
$150.
That's a little much for me.
Is that their... But they have other items.
I'm sure. Yeah, this is just the Royal cheeseburger.
Must be good.
Well, I wouldn't know, and I won't know.
What do we pay? We pay about $8 for one now, don't we?
Oh,
like
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red
Robin, you're talking about $12, $15 for a burger and fries. But
yeah.
Yeah. And finally, on what's happening, a dad who chaperoned his son's 4th grade field trip accused by the principal of stealing a mug from the museum gift shop. The dad knew he was innocent, so he called the museum, who realized the mistake and cleared him. Now the dad's response is going viral because instead of getting even with the principal, the dad drove all the way to the gift shop to buy mugs for every member of the school staff, customized with a sticker that said, "Definitely not stolen." Maybe you took that a little too far.
Yeah, maybe
but
a little to the extreme, I would think.
But at least that all got cleared up there. So coming up, we've got Throwback Thursday, little throwback to a year. We're going to decide that coming up here in just a moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Wow, we don't know yet.
And conversation with our friends at the Villages of Murfreesboro, all straight ahead here as well. But right now, the latest sports.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics, the U.S. men's basketball team improved to 2-0 with a 103-86 win over South Sudan. 6 different players scored in double digits for the U.S., led by Bam Adebayo, who came off the bench to score 18 points. U.S. women's soccer team now 3-0 in Paris after a 2-1 win over Australia. And U.S. swimmer Katie Ledecky won her 8th career Olympic gold medal, 12th medal overall, by taking the 1,500-meter freestyle. In baseball games of note, the Yankees wrap up a sweep of the NL East, leading Phillies with a 6-5 win. New York's won 5 in a row, but they're still a half game behind Baltimore for first in the AL East because the Orioles knocked off the Blue Jays 10-4. Astros edge the Pirates 5-4. Mariners fall to the Red Sox 3-2 in 10 innings, so Houston moves back into a tie with Seattle for the top spot in the AL West. Braves knock off the NL Central leading Brewers 6-2. Padres beat the NL West leading Dodgers 8-1. In a battle of wildcard teams, the Twins beat the Mets 8-3.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
This is Stan Vaught. I'm a lot like you, a husband, father, farmer, auctioneer, and community supporter. I'm now a candidate for school board. In the last cases, Walter Hill, Milton, Leanna, Oakland, and Siegel communities. I believe in community schools, vocational education, and getting education back to the basics. I'd appreciate your support for school board.
Please vote for Stan Vaught on Election Day, August 1st. Paid for by Stan Vaught for School Board, Stan Vaught Treasurer.
If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Shop local, Farrah Construction Company. I'm Ron Hall. Investing in property can be nerve-wracking. It does not have to be. Farrah Construction offers high-quality craftsmanship, quick response, and attention to detail. Our goal is to keep your expenses low while focusing on our attention on high-quality services. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
French's Shoes and Boots is your hometown store for the latest in Southern style at unbeatable prices. Boots, boots, boots. Find the biggest selection of Southern styles from brands like Ariat, Thorogood, Twisted X, Durango, Wrangler, and more. We've got tons of choices in the latest Western wear, shoes, and accessories. Boots, boots, boots. Shoes and more. Of course, French's Shoes and Boots has you covered.
Shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
Wake Up Crew continues. Our time, 7:22. Thanks for joining us here on this Thursday morning. And I always love Thursdays at this time. We get to head over to the villages of Murfreesboro. And if it's not Hope or Jeb we get to talk to, or Sandy or Melissa, it's Michelle Thomas, the Community Relations Director, and that's who we've got with us today. And always love catching up with you, Michelle, and seeing what's going on at the villages. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Doing really, really good. We've got a lot of things to talk about, and, it's that time of the year when we start thinking about Alzheimer's awareness and things of that nature, and that's kind of what you're going to talk to us about today.
Yes. So obviously we are not only independent living, but we also are memory care. We have a memory care unit. And so it's very important to us. It's not a necessity, but it's important to us as people who take care of family members who with Alzheimer's and dementia, that we contribute and try to help find a cure for the disease. And so we are doing a fundraiser September the 4th. We are partnering with Arosa, which is a caregiving company here in town. And we're partnering with them to do a yard sale, bake sale combo and we're doing a raffle as well to raise money. Now, the walk here for the Alzheimer's Association is in November, but they're trying to raise $245,000, and we are trying to at least raise $5,000 of that $245,000, and so that's what our goal is. But we're not only are we raising money for the Alzheimer's Association, but we're also raising money for We Remember You, a caregiving support group that we have on site here. We do it once a month on Tuesdays, and we do it here. And so we have a support group here, and so we like to fundraise for them as well. So it's a combo. We're raising money from two organizations that are supporting Alzheimer's and dementia patients.
Well, and it sounds like September 4th, that's so far away. Well, it's August 1st.
That's
so
14th.
14th.
Right, September 14th. Yeah. It is so far away, but it will be here before you know it. But we are collecting here at the villages. We're collecting anyone who wants to donate. We're doing furniture and houseware and home goods, but we're not doing any clothing, but we are collecting for that right now. So anybody that wants to donate, that's got something that's gently used, we'll take it, because we're trying to raise money here. So,
and yeah. I'm sure you've done the bake sale before, and that's not a problem because you have people who can make some of the best desserts you can imagine. So that's going to be fun.
We are very fortunate here that we know I have a lot of residents in our staff that can make some good baked goods. Hence why I've gained probably 8 pounds since I started working here.
I'm sure they could be very easy to do. We've got Michelle Thomas joining us. She's the Community Relations Director over at the Villages of Murfreesboro. And again, that fundraiser is on the 14th. So yard sale, bake sale, all kinds of things. And then that kind of gets you a leg up on November and Alzheimer's month, I guess, in terms of helping to raise money.
Exactly. We are trying to get a head start, because if we don't reach our goal of $5,000, then we'll figure out another fundraiser to do, just because we are so passionate about this cause. Sandy and Melissa, who you mentioned earlier, they both do such an amazing job with our memory care unit that it is so impressive. I get goosebumps just talking about them and thinking about how well they take care of our families and our loved ones and give them dignity. And so we want to raise money so that hopefully one day we don't have a memory care unit. You know, that's the goal. I mean, we're trying to work ourselves out of a job, let's face it. But we want to make sure that we are doing our part for our families and making sure to let them know that we are talking the talk and we are walking the walk as well.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that about Sandy and Melissa, because I have been so intrigued. I really enjoy talking to everybody, but they always bring up, you know, some very interesting things that maybe you wouldn't think about. You know, last week we talked about things that you probably shouldn't say to a loved one with Alzheimer's, like, you know, their loved one passed away, because they relive that all the time. And it's like, I never thought about that, you know? So you've got
over and over again.
Yeah, you got
over and over again.
Great staff there. I mean, it's wonderful.
Yeah, they are. I'm really fortunate. You have to have a true calling to work in memory care. And those people that are over there, we have got the right people in the right place. And Sandy, and Melissa, who are, you know, over there, and they're taking care of the people. They do such an amazing job. They are really, this is what God has called them to do and He led them to do. And I can't imagine anybody else being over there. They are such amazing people. I'm just honored to get to work with them, to be in their presence.
So, Michelle, if someone wants to help with the yard sale, with the bake sale, maybe they want to find out what it's like to be a part of the Villages family, what should they do? I guess they could call you and set up a time to come together.
Call me. Yeah, they can definitely call me or email me. My phone number is 615-848-3030, or they can email me at Michelle, which is MICHELLE, at thevillagesmurfreesboro.com, and I will definitely respond back to them. We are definitely, we want community to come out and take part of it. We definitely love being a part of this community, and we want to make sure that we get the support from the community as well. So yes.
And again, the website, thevillagesmurfreesboro.com. Our guest has been Michelle Thomas, the Community Relations Director at the Villages of Murfreesboro.
Hi, this is Stan with Parks Auction Company, and by now you've probably heard our commercials and know that we are committed to helping you increase your investments. Call 896-4600 to set an appointment with me or one of my team members. That's 896-4600. Parks Auction Company. We handle everything.
Life changes, then it changes again. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. A job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Let's work together to help make sure that you're equipped for life's unexpected events. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard, or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for an appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Residents at the Villages of Murfreesboro say it best.
You can play cards or you can play any game that you want. They've got a whole room full of games and puzzles.
Have fun at the Villages of Murfreesboro.
They have a library upstairs that is to die for if you're a reader. The whole room is filled with books. It's wonderful.
I'm Hope Rogers. Visit the Villages of Murfreesboro. I'd love to give you a tour. The Villages of Murfreesboro is located at 2550 Willow Oak Trail.
We just love it here.
At Middle Point, we want to be part of the solution. That's why we're making significant investments in proactively enhancing our facilities to integrate sustainable solutions.
Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill.
We invite you to learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com.
Middle Point Landfill is an environmentally safe, economical, and reliable solution for solid waste for Rutherford County.
Republic Services, we are sustainability in action.
This is Kim Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center. You hear me on Monday mornings at 7:20 talking about how to lead a healthier lifestyle. We carry supplements, personal care, and grocery items at both our Murfreesboro and Smyrna locations, family owned and operated since 1989.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
Welcome back. It's the Wake Up Crew at 7:30 on this Thursday, August the 1st.
And happy birthday today to Linda Vinson, Karen Hartley, Penny Robertson, Betty McConnell, Ross McFadden, Kevin Perry, and Ann Beatty.
Those are a few of the names that we came into the morning with. If you've called or texted this morning or emailed, we've got all of those. We're going to add them to the list that we announce at 8 o'clock. If you haven't done so, this is your time. Call or text in birthdays and anniversaries. Our phone number, 615-893-1450. It's the Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club. Lines, again, are wide open for you. Taking a look at local news, traffic, and weather for you right now.
For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A heat advisory continues. Sunny and hot for today. Highs top out near 99 degrees, with heat index values approaching 110. Winds west southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight mostly clear. Lows drop to 77. Winds south southwest around 5 miles per hour. And then a chance for showers and storms developing on Friday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 77.
Good boy, it's cranking in pretty good now on 24 coming out of Murfreesboro, Rutherford County on 24 westbound into Antioch. It's increasing over here by the minute on 40 westbound through Hermitage. All that traffic flowing in right now from Wilson County, especially coming in from Mount Juliet. 65 starting to slow. Also southbound there in Millersville. Prince's Hot Chicken has new items on the menu. Check them all out today. It's easy. Order online. princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now, an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. The Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department's Swiftwater Rescue Team rescued a woman on Wednesday after her kayak overturned in the Stones River. The woman was kayaking down the Stones River near Cason Lane trailhead when the fast-moving water overturned her kayak. She managed to grab onto a nearby tree while holding her kayak in the other hand. She was not wearing a safety vest and was uninjured when authorities found her. She was rescued about 3:30 after being stranded for more than an hour. A Rutherford County teen is facing felony charges. Police say he attempted to pass $500 of fake bills at a Dollar General in Walter Hill Tuesday. Deputies were able to apprehend the teen after he ran from them. He was found in possession of fake $20 bills. The teen was chased until deputies lost sight of him in a wood line. Additional units responded to help in the search. After a citizen pointed out the teen, deputies were able to capture him and take him into custody. He's charged with felony possession of counterfeit money and criminal simulation, among other charges. A drug trafficker from Texas was sentenced to more than 5 years in federal prison for an operation that included both Murray and Lewis counties. Julio Esparza was charged with conspiracy to distribute and possess cocaine, crack cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana. He pled guilty in 2022. In addition to his sentence, 5 years of supervised release will follow, along with a more than $1 million money judgment. And if you live in Tennessee, you've likely experienced recent sticker shock from your car insurance. Experts say driving behavior, inflation, and car damage due to severe weather are the major reasons why. More news online at WGNSradio.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
An app for easy payment.
Solar energy solutions.
I just want to talk to a real person when I need help. Energy tips and low rates.
Done.
I want to fly my car to the moon.
Houston, let's talk about electric vehicles. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
Turner Security is proud to offer Honeywell Max Pro Cloud for your business. Control your security, access control, and camera system with one app. Arm your security, see your cameras, and unlock a door for a small monthly fee and no contract. Tired of paying for overnight guard service that doesn't work and costs too much? At Turner Security, we have your solution.
Attention to the individual with a backpack. You are in a restricted area and need to leave immediately.
Video monitoring with real-time live talk from Turner Security.
Turn to Turner Security.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
7:35 is our time. It's News Radio WGNS on a Throwback Thursday.
Do you remember these?
So we are going to go back to 1975. And John, you know, the very first thing that it mentions here on this is that on January 5th of 1975, Brian Barrett was born.
Oh, really? It says that?
On this historical page.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's also foolish. But, I mean, why would you start that with your lead? But anyway.
So 1975 was part of a transitional period, you know, a lot of spending on the Vietnam War. You had the stock market crash. It was, at that time, the largest downturn in the economy since the Depression. And then I was born. But the Vietnam War came to an end in April of 75.
Yeah, that was, well, I think that's when gas was really, you know, it was just tough.
Yeah.
We went from big cars to small cars, and that was kind of a tough.
Higher gas prices,
era.
late
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
Let's see. Watergate players John Mitchell, H.R. Holdman, and John Ehrlichman, there we go, were sentenced for their conspiracy and obstruction of justice in the Watergate thing. So that began to also take its place in 1975. Let's see. Jimmy Hoffa, who served as president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, disappeared in Detroit, declared legally dead in 1982.
Yeah, never found him.
Still not there, is he?
Somebody did a job on that.
Get to some sports facts here coming up in just a second as well. So let's see. Grocery prices in 1975. Bacon, $1.29 a pound.
$7.99 for a box. You can get them in boxes now.
Yeah, already cooked or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, not cooked, but in a package of 4 where you can just put it in the microwave. Boom.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's $7.99, I think, for regular bacon, or somewhere around there. $9.99
at least.
Yeah,
99 cents a pound for cheese.
that's a good price.
Let's see. Coffee was 99 cents for a 1 pound can. Now it's much higher. A dozen eggs, 59 cents. Milk, $1.57 a gallon. So there you go. Gas prices. What else occurred in 1975? Lots of historical events, which we've already looked at. Some sports facts. The NBA champions were the Golden State Warriors in 1975.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Rick Barry was on that team, I think. That's how long ago that was.
The NCAA basketball champion was the UCLA Bruins.
They were still in that John Wooden era. Yeah.
Oklahoma won the football championship. National championship.
They were really good back in those days.
The Stanley Cup went to the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see. Lou Graham won the U.S. Open.
Nashville boy.
Yeah. And the World Series champions.
1975. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Wait. Let's see. Let me think. Cincinnati Reds?
Yep.
Okay.
That's that big red
Big
machine
Red
era.
Machine, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some slang words from 1975. Chill, man. It's when chill was very popular. Dork. Still kind of use that one.
Oh,
now.
we use that every day. Dalton's here.
Funky. Something that's kind of
Funky.
eccentric, you know. Groovy.
Yeah, they had songs about funky and groovy and
Keep on trucking.
keep on trucking, baby.
Yeah. Just don't stop. Nifty.
Nifty.
Nifty was a big take a chill pill. So there you go.
So,
Some
you
of
know,
the
ever notice
slang
how words never come back?
But some stay.
But some
forever.
stay, yeah.
It's crazy. More prices. A movie ticket cost you $2.03.
What does it cost now?
Oh gosh, I'm afraid to even say over
Yeah.
$20 at least.
Yeah.
Unless you go to Premier 6. A postage stamp just 13 cents.
Wow.
We're in the 70 cent range now. But inflation was 9.13%. No, we've seen high inflation, but not that high.
No.
And that was part of the economic problem. The average cost of a new car, $4,200. Monthly rent was $200. And the cost of a new home, $39,000.
That's what my first home cost.
Boy, have we come a long way. And that's 1975.
Are you shopping for lights?
We got it.
Doors?
We got it.
Flooring?
We got it.
Furniture?
We got it. Here at the Habitat Restore. 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow.
Find it at the Restore, yeah. We got it at the Habitat Restore.
The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
At Middle Point Landfill, we strive to serve our neighbors.
This county is willing to put themselves out there and take some new initiatives.
Mike Clausen, General Manager of the Middle Point Landfill.
We want to transform Middle Point into a sustainability campus where we are building recycling facilities. We're building cutting-edge diversion facilities.
Middle Point values its relationship with you, which is why we never tire of serving our neighbors throughout Rutherford County.
Learn more at middlepointlandfill.com.
I'm Rodney French from French's Shoes and Boots in Murfreesboro. I'd like to invite you over to our hometown store, 1837 South Church Street. French's Shoes and Boots have been serving Rutherford County with the best selection of work boots, western boots, and a great selection of shoes and accessories. Our bargain room is full of famous brand shoes and boots up to 90% off mall prices. Brands like Clark's, Merrill, Justin, and Ariel. Tons of shoes and tons of brands, all at super great prices.
French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
At Heritage South Community Credit Union, we help when others won't. It's what our members tell us we do every day. The older model car you need to get to work? Yeah, we've helped with that. When you have a financial emergency and don't know where to turn, we've helped with that. Repairing your credit? Yes, we've helped with that. How about a second chance at a checking account? We've even helped with that. Experience the Heritage South difference. Learn more at heritagesouth.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
We're back here on the Wake Up Crew from News Radio, WGNS at 742, and the show is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. And I know it's been hot, so here's some energy-saving tips during this hot weather. Minimize using stoves and ovens, which will raise the kitchen temperatures. Opt for grilling out using a slow cooker or microwave. You can find out more and get more tips at mte.com/myenergyplan. What is coming up here on the Wake Up Crew? Well, we're about to wrap things up to make way for Swap and Shop, followed by Action Line, the Roundtable, and Rutherford Issues. Keeping it local here on the Big G. Dawn Davis is today's Good Neighbor of the Day for always making time for her friends and family. Dawn receiving flowers today from Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts and News Radio WGNS. That's the Good Neighbor of the Day for today, Dawn Davis. On this Thursday, we congratulate Dawn as the Good Neighbor of the Day.
Time for the dad joke of the day.
Replay. John, what happens when you have a bladder infection?
I don't know what.
You're in trouble. Get it?
Replay.
Urine trouble.
Yeah, I gave you a 4. You would have never gotten that from Dalton.
No. That was like the other day when you were a 4 and he was a 2 and had a 3.
But you know what I'm wondering? Because he's probably listening now. What would Alan say?
Your jokes are amazing.
Yeah. He sent you a little thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he told me that this is the dad joke that he hears.
And he loves it. He loves the show. He did say that.
More than just that.
Your jokes are amazing.
Yeah. That's very important. Thank you, Alan. Our new co-host, Alan Swader, with just one thing to say. What else have we learned today on the Wake Up Crew?
Trust me, it's not as good live. What did we learn? Gosh, you did a lot of what's happening.
Yeah. Talked about a $150 burger you can get in New York.
Burger Royale or something like that.
The Royal Cheese.
Royal Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked about the Twister movie. We're going to talk about it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
A little more in depth. And talked about the battle between it and Deadpool. And they're going to have trouble making that $400 million they need to make. But
well, I guess that's true.
You think a movie made $220 million. Hey, that's pretty good, but it cost $200 to make it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to make a movie, isn't it?
I'm sure that there was a reason why it came out when it did. I'm not so sure why they brought out both of those movies the same time. The
criticism of the Twisters movie is they should have brought it out either earlier or later.
Yeah, after Deadpool.
Yeah. So there's a little gap there, between.
Well, there was some
Deadpool's killing everything.
Well, there was some question on whether that would kill everything, because it was a first rated R movie for Disney, but it's Deadpool, and the others have been very popular.
Ryan Reynolds can get away with it.
Yeah.
With the language and stuff because he's so funny.
Yeah.
But
I hear Hugh Jackman is great as a Wolverine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I haven't seen it yet. We'll maybe talk to Dalton on Monday about that if he's seen it. I guess he's seen it.
Is he going to be here?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's what we learned here on the Wake Up Crew today. If you missed part of the show, well, check out the podcast. It'll be up shortly at WGNSradio.com under podcast, and then just look for the Wake Up Crew.
Next on the Wake Up Crew, the stupid, silly stat of the day.
Well, let's see. Today, Robert Pattinson once dealt with an obsessed fan by taking her out for dinner and complaining about his life. He says he was able to bore her in about 2 minutes. So then it was over.
That's a unique plan.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that he would have done that, but apparently he did.
Way to go, Robert. That's a pretty good idea.
Well, let's get out of here. Song of the day, 1963. The second biggest hit was a big crossover from country star Skeeter Davis.
Don't they know it's the end of the world?
But it is the end of the show. John, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Brian.
And that will wrap us up. Have a great day, everybody.